Hello, how y'all doing? So on this day, I was just going through the garden trying to figure out what containers I wanted to keep and which ones I wanted to get rid of. I mean, I wasn't like really getting rid of none, but I was throwing away all the broken ones, the ones that was all damaged and beat up and stuff like that. Anyone on my find that's broken or damaged, I don't feel like that's gonna make it through the year. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the soil up out of it, and I'm gonna top off all the beds with it. So anything that's like this one over here that's broken up, I'm gonna just take the soil out of there, top off all the beds and stuff that's low before I even start adding the new soil to it. I keep saying top off the beds with the old soil, but y'all know what I mean. I'm not really gonna top them off with the old soil. I'm actually gonna just build them up or fill them a little bit with the old soil, and then still top them off with the new soil once it's mixed. First, I gotta go through and pull all the weeds out the buckets I'm dumping and the beds that they're going in. Y'all ever heard of jadam, or whatever? I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like when you use your weeds to make fertilizer. I think I'm gonna do that because I be having enough weeds for that. I don't know how long they gotta sit in a bucket or whatever, but Lord knows I hate pulling weeds. So if I'm getting something out of it like free fertilizer, that might make me feel a little better about it. Them weeds being there deep too, root strong as I don't know what. Here he come. He don't let you get nothing done him. He think he be helping, but don't.
I don't need no help. No thank you. No thank you. I don't need no help.
This little dude here stay looking for a snake.
It's not food. Sir, you was in my... Sir, go there. You was all in my trash bag. No. Sir, excuse me. Excuse me. Sir. I'm about to bring you inside. But you ain't gonna do nothing today. Move, I gave you a carrot now. Sir, we're not playing right now. Stop.
Child, I had to go on and bring him inside because all he want to do is play, and I ain't got time for all that today. I'm trying to get some stuff done. This bucket right here was super tore up, and it was heavy as I don't know what because it was full of water. So I'm trying to figure out how to pick it up without hurting myself or breaking a nail or nothing like that. Y'all know most of my buckets like this was like self-watering buckets, so they got a little water reservoir at the bottom. So that's what that is. That's my little landscape fabric that I put in there, and then I had some of them tubes at the bottom of it to kind of hold the dirt up, so I had a little water reservoir at the bottom of the bucket. So that's what that is. I'm pulling out of there right now. Of course, I'm gonna save all my little pieces, my little components that go with my buckets, because even though I might not put them back as a self-watering bucket, and now I know I might, because this one might just be replaced the same way since where it's going. But for the most part, even if I'm not putting it back into a self-watering bucket, even if I'm putting a fabric pot or something right there, I'm going to still save my little components because you never know when they come in handy. Everything could be reused. Y'all see how tore up this bucket is, huh? I couldn't even move it without it cracking all up on me. So I had to go ahead and shovel the dirt up out of there. This little container was self-watering too. Actually, any containers that I have that's a bucket or some kind of plastic or resin type container is going to be self-watering because that's how I started off my garden, and I actually liked it that way. Because when I first started, I ain't had no drip irrigation or nothing like that. So the self-watering bucket, you know, with the water reservoir at the bottom, made sure I was able to keep my plants hydrated even on them hot Georgia days. You know, on some of them real hot days, you got to be out there watering twice. But with that little water reservoir at the bottom, I ain't had to do all that. Right now, I'm just trying to spread this soil evenly and get all them little broken pieces of plastic out of there that fell in there from dumping them buckets out. I probably won't get all the broken ones dumped out today because I got a little company coming over, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this done so I could go ahead and start mixing some soil. I'm gonna come back later and show y'all on another video how I set up my self-watering containers. When I get ready to start planting and setting up my fresh buckets, I'm gonna show y'all how I do it. Baby, when I tell you that wind was hitting, that top was giving me a run for my money trying to get it folded up. I ain't gonna lie, it took me about 15 minutes to get that all folded, but I got it done. Right on time too, cause soon as I finished my company, called and said it was there. Welcome to the Snazzy Garden, y'all. I had Miss Emery, who was the baby girl, Miss Bella, who was the oldest girl, and Mama named Coco. Coco and Bloom on Instagram and TikTok. Honey child, they got there and got straight to work. I wasn't sure what to expect, you know, they little girls, so I wasn't sure how, you know, how they was gonna feel about mixing soil and getting dirty and stuff like that, but they didn't care, baby. They was ready. That's what they came here for, and I was there for it too. I ain't really get that much footage because once we started, I had forgot all about the camera and left it alone. Go on and check them out with their mommy and me outfits. Too cute. When they walked in the door, I asked Miss Coco, baby, where y'all going looking all cute like y'all about to go to the mall or something? I wasn't all the way sure if they was ready to be outside all day getting it in. But Miss Bella rolled with me all day. When I say roll, she roll. I'm talking about she was dumping bags, mixing the soil, using the rake, using the shovel, flipping the tarp. She was doing a little bit of everything. She was all into it. That might be a little garden in the making there. Y'all, Coco probably gonna kill me. I was gonna edit this part out. She a Zydeco girl, so the fact she had to come back and do her little two-step was too funny to me. Once we got all the soil mixed up, we went and filled up some beds and containers and did a little bit of planting. Then the girls harvested a couple of onions. You know, this was still kind of like pre-season, so I ain't really have much of nothing else for them to harvest. They enjoyed pulling them onions though. Even though I put them to work and they did a lot of heavy lifting and stuff, I think they enjoyed their whole time there overall. Good job, girls. I appreciate y'all coming. Y'all welcome back anytime. Miss Coco is like a slick side cowgirl, but she ain't about that dirt life. So while we was over there mixing soil and planting and stuff, she was over there putting a bed together. She said she ain't never put nothing together before, but she did a good job. Thanks, Coco. Now, once my company left, I was tired, yeah, but that new bed was sitting over there looking at me and I was looking at it, so I got a burst of energy from somewhere. At this point, I had about an hour or two left before the sun went down. So I just had to get my fabric bed emptied and my new metal bed in place before I went inside for the day. Now, I done already weeded this bed before, but they came right back. And when I say right back, I mean fast. I was already pulling them out, but as I started to shovel, I realized these weren't no ordinary weeds. The roots was super long and spreading underground, and it had like nuts or should I say tubers attached to them. Or maybe they considered bulbs or something. I don't know, but either way, y'all know anything that produced tubers or bulbs underground is coming back. Time after time. And I definitely ain't got no time to be chasing these things all through the season, all through the year, because they just gonna keep producing more and more tubers or bulbs or whatever you want to call it. So as I'm shoveling this dirt up out of here, I'm trying my best to pick out all the tubers, all the bulbs, and get them all out of here, because I don't want to deal with that. This is what they look like right here. So like this, what the weed look like, a little grass or something like that. Then at the bottom, it's like a little tuber or like I say, a bulb or something. I don't know what you call it, but I'm gonna try my best to get them all out of here. Literally while editing this, I did me a quick little research. And by that, you know, I mean, I Googled it. And I think it's something called nutsedge. And if that's what it is, then it's a persistent weed that spreads aggressively underground through structures like rhizomes and tubers. They say it thrives in moist areas and could be difficult to eradicate. Man, they say it reproduces underground through something called nutlets, which is those little tuber things I showed y'all. They also grow and move around underground through rhizomes, which is those super long roots I told y'all it had. But it wasn't even roots, it was actually stems. So that means it could survive and still spread underground even with that top grass piece removed. Like what I did when I first thought I weeded it. That's why it grew back so fast. Cause I ain't really do nothing but waste my time. Then on top of all that, it's gonna be trying to steal nutrients. Now you know that's too much going on. Child, don't tell me I'm gonna have to stay off Google for my plants too. That little information then gave me anxiety like I was Googling symptoms for something wrong with me. Y'all saw that little spin move I just did a couple of seconds ago? I wasn't dancing, no. I almost bust my ass. Now I finally get to use my wood chips. These are the wood chips I got last year around June sometime, so they about 8 or 9 months old. I hope they've aged enough to not screw up my plants or nothing like that, even though I am going to still put some yard debris on top of it. They did decompose a little bit though, but going back to Google, they got me a little nervous for real, because just based on that little info, I know I left a tuber or two in there at minimum. Shit, the plan was for this to be my elderberry bed, and I ain't changing it. That mean I'm gonna have to be watching this bed like a hawk. And when and if something do sprout, I'm gonna have to go digging for the tuber every single time. I tried to get them all, but even though I did go through the soil again looking for some more as I was putting it back in this bed, I just know I left 1 or 2. I just know I did, like maybe even 3 or 4. Shit, I don't know. I just know when they show up, I need to be ready to immediately take them out. Like an enemy, you heard me? That's just one more thing I'm gonna have to deal with this year besides the pests, because you know they on their way too. Speaking of enemies. But anyway, what y'all got going on in y'all garden? Y'all just sitting here listening to me talk all this time. I want to hear about y'all, hear about what y'all got going on in y'all garden shenanigans, because I know I can't be the only one. What y'all growing? What's new? What you doing different this year? What phase are y'all in? Are y'all just starting seeds? Y'all been started seeds? Y'all hardening off? Y'all planting out? What's popping with y'all? Y'all see where I'm at? Well, actually, this video is about a week behind because it take me about that long to edit. So I did start planting out already. I got a few things already planted. Nothing too major though. I still got a lot to plant and a lot to do. I still got 3 more beds that I gotta put together to put along this wall. But I'll tell you all about them plans another time. Happy gardening, y'all.